All right, yo. I'll try to be thorough with this. Um, First and foremost, I'm gonna practice and show you my Captain America settings. Second. All right, Captain America.
I
Uh,
fight for more than a flag.
I
I fight
think
for an
first and
idea.
foremost, I want to talk
One bigger
about
than all of us.
my control
Hostile
settings.
forces incoming.
Um, because I don't do the animation cancel. I'll explain the reason why I don't later. So I have hold to dash off. If I was doing the animation cancel, you can do it with hold to dash off. But supposedly it's better with hold to dash enabled. Since I don't use it, I think uh having hold to dash off is better. Have jump on L3, that's for every character. Melee on R3. One thing I changed, especially because I have hold to dash off, is I changed leading dash to square, which allowed me to put like the more important buttons like on more important squares, like
Hostile forces
vibranium
incoming.
energy salt on L2, your melee attack on R1. And this most important R2, Liberty Rush,
Sorry,
which is
soldier.
this. The reason why you want to have like that button on an easy button is because every single time you dive in, you're a dive tank. You want to get in, do damage, either get an elimination or whatever, and then
Coming
sprint out
through.
like that each and every time. So you always want to have one ability to engage and one ability to get out. So the ability that I usually use to get in is this.
Just here to do my duty.
Double
So
kill!
you always want to use this. Well, not always. So either you
Enemy
want to
ahead.
use Liberty
Sorry,
Rush to
soldier.
get in and Super Slam to get out, or Super Slam to get in and Liberty Rush to get out. You need an ability to get in and you need an ability to get out. It's preferable, in my opinion, to use Liberty Rush
Coming
to get
through.
out for two reasons. One, uh, because it has a shorter cooldown, especially after the buff, and Super Slam has like an AoE effect that knocks up like everyone around. So it's just like a better engagement tool, and you can do from much further away. So once you get in,
You're on the coming
you can get
through.
out. So it's better to have like Liberty Rush on a better button, like R2 instead of circle. And then if you turn hold to dash off, putting it on square, because
Enemy ahead.
once you press
Prepare to
square, you never
engage.
have to worry about it again. So you now have block on R1. Your melee button is uh, sorry, R1. Your block is L1.
Let's dance.
Vibranium saw L2, and then
Sorry,
dash out
soldier.
R3. So that's that for the settings. I think that's important because that's one of the things I noticed when I was watching one of your gameplays, that you weren't dashing out enough. And I think one of the reasons why was because how your buttons were configured. I don't know which one I was watching. This one.
The right heroes could make all the difference. They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
All right. So, as Captain America, as a dive tank, you're not really supposed to frontline. Um, and that's where a lot of people get this wrong. This is where a lot of people get this wrong. They just stay in the front line and attack the tanks. You don't do enough damage to stay in the front line, and your shield is not good enough to stay on the front line. You're a dive tank, so what you want to do is dive the squishies. That means the DPS and the supports with lower health, because you can actually bother them and potentially get a pick on them compared to if you're fighting, let's say, Groot, um, and even like Mr. Fantastic. So just looking at like the team comp right now, like your targets should be like Cloak and Dagger, um, Moon Knight, Loki, and uh, here and there like Star Lord, especially at that rank where they don't know how to fly correctly.
Battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2. You need to stop that vehicle from the track.
Even so, it's always
So right here, like you're kind of focused again on the front line, kind of eventually causes your death. Um,
All right.
if you
Don't
instead
rush in.
didn't fight on the front line, gone after their cloak and dagger, or let them come to you, you would have like much better success. This actually isn't the game I was watching, by the way. In fact, I might come back to this one. It was the same map, but same principle too. Yeah, it was this one.
The right heroes
So
could make all the
one of the
difference.
big differences between like lower ranks and high ranks is you have to be very quick with decision making, seeing what your team has and what the enemy team has, and knowing who you should target, prioritize
They'll be coming in
Know
versus
a
30
word I
seconds.
don't
who
like?
Stay strong.
you're
Nuance.
also weak against.
all spider people are connected to us.
So if you quickly look, I can't see the entire enemy team because I'm blocking the way, which is funny. But anyways, you have a group. So when you have a main tank, um, Captain America is not a main tank, so you don't have to play in the front lines. You're really never supposed to. Like if you solo tank in a way, you can kind of play in the front lines, but you're supposed to quickly dive in the back lines and then get out. But now that you all have a front line tank, you're not really supposed to be in the front line. Think of Captain America almost like a weaker but more beefier Iron Fist or something. Supposed to go inside the back line, take care of um their squishies. You don't know their team comp yet, but in your mind you should think about, okay, if they have tanks, unless they're just in my face and like trying to get my team, I'm going to almost ignore them unless they have their ults or something and I can block you with my shield. But my job is to go after their squishies. Their team comp is a little difficult because they have Storm, Rocket, um, and I think that's Cloak and Dagger. And that's actually none of those targets are very, very easy for you to get, but you can very much kill Cloak if you're patient enough and you can destroy Rocket's beacon. Destroying Rocket's beacon is like getting an elimination in itself because that cancels a revive
Spider
that they
totem.
can get.
Yeah.
So every single
Yeah.
time
So I wonder if they're like
you see Rocket, automatically think, oh, I'm going to go inside their back line quickly, destroy their beacon that brings people back, and that's
The
pretty much
battle
a free
starts in
kill.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, on these maps, you kind of want to start high ground and let them come to you so you can like analyze what they have. If anyone goes up top, you can bother them, all that.
I'll be ship-shape in no time.
Like right here, you should be looking to slam on Cloak and Dagger right there on the car, um, do a little bit of damage. She might, phase out, or you might get the kill, especially because, as it seems, they have 3 tanks. So that means there's not a lot of damage that can really kill you by the time you can kill their support. So that's something to look for. And again, you should be noticing that they have a rocket. So immediately in your mind, you should think, okay, I have to destroy their beacon because again, that's like a free kill. Good, you slam,
Careful.
and then you get out. So this is good. Right now, everything's fine. Penny's your biggest counter inside the game, like by a good margin. So you also want to be careful about playing like on the mines.
I'm just dying.
Yeah, whenever you see Cloak, just hyper focus on it. You did. You got the kill. That's good. This is fine because there's nothing else to shoot really. But again, they have the rocket, so you should really be thinking, oh, their beacon. However, I think Cloak already got res by the beacon, so you don't have to worry about it. I think it's a minute 30. Um, so you don't have to worry about it. Here you go, slam. Um, yeah, like inside this, like I would like for you just to like always use your leading rush out, like so you can get out of there. That makes sense.
Race against the world.
And not towards the wall, just like you kind of did. So whenever like they're ulting, you can just use this time to like build your ult. Just throw your vibranium shield. It's gonna hit like all of them. No one's gonna die through it, especially through the ult, but you're getting ult charge yourself, and then you quickly get out. You don't want to fight on the thing because it damages you. I'm not sure if you know how her ult works, but it heals her team and also damages you. You kind of don't want to fight inside of it unless like your team is going to actively heal you, and it's a group effort. But generally, you kind of want to just create space a little bit.
Really humiliating.
So that's
The
that
fat
part.
lady isn't singing yet.
So you get
Don't
back.
mind me. I'm just dying.
Stop them in their tracks.
Inside this, they kind of killed like a couple of your team. Inside this case, you kind of want to help Loki get back. You just want to stand in front of him, shield him, uh, so Loki can get back. You kind of didn't do that, but that's fine. You see the cloak, which is good, but
Coming through. Back in the fight.
oh, you made it out. Okay, okay. Um, you kind of cut it close. Like in higher lobbies, like they're gonna kill you because they have better aim. So you don't ever want your health to be this way. Like the most important thing about Cap is to not die. You can't carry a game if you're dead. Um, like that's on any character, and especially like Cap. You want to never not die if possible. So after you get like really here, you really want to be out. Like you want to turn around immediately, Liberty rush out. Um, so it's really just by luck that your Loki was able to heal you because right here you're at 68 health. Like literally one anything would have killed you. If Groot hit his one shot, he does 70 damage. He would have killed you. Moon Knight would have killed you. Thor with one whatever. Their aim just wasn't good, but you survive here just you know uh, kind of by luck. To be honest, you good. You make it.
Hostile forces incoming.
So again, you notice that their team comp changed, by the way. They don't have the three tanks anymore. They have the Moon Knight instead of the Penny. So Moon Knight can carry games, especially when he goes uncontested. That is probably your biggest focus, other than getting Rocket's Beacon and Cloak and Dagger. So if like I was to order target prioritization, it will probably be Rocket's Beacon first, Moon Knight number two, unless like he's getting pocketed, and in that case, Cloak and Dagger one, and then Moon Knight three, and then kind of trusting your team to take care of the storm, unless you yourself can get her, because she is low to the ground and you can kind of get her. Um, this one's a little dangerous dive because you kind of went to them with all their attention on you. You're most dangerous when they're not paying attention to you, and then they have to shift their attention to you, if that makes sense. So you want their attention to be on someone else, and then you join the fight while they're blindsided, and then make them have to make a decision. So like inside this, I was hoping instead of getting the rocket, you're gonna attack the beacon and then get out. You didn't do that. Um,
Going down.
this is a okay alt if you have a target in mind. Like now that you're alting, um, you're I won't say unkillable, but it's very, very hard to kill you. So you want to, with the best of your ability, make something happen in the 10 seconds that you have. So you want to destroy the rocket beacon. You want to try to kill Moon Knight or kill Cloak and Dagger, and then get out. Um, See, this is like 3 seconds already wasted where you didn't do anything yet. So like these seconds of your ult is like so precious because they refill constantly. If you take 100 damage, it gets refilled immediately, which is like the beauty of like Cap's ultimate is that it's like another support ult that you can use to do anything.
What are these weird keyhole things anyway?
So again, 5 seconds, 3 seconds. So you use your ultimate, and ultimates are supposed to be game-changing, game-winning fights, like abilities, and you didn't really do anything instead of it. You popped it, you threw your shield, and
That's the
then you ran
boost I
back
needed.
and didn't do anything. Uh, so that's like, for example, if you had like an Iron Man ult. Like imagine if you weren't Captain America and you were like Doctor Strange or Magneto and you whipped the ult. Like that's how bad you should think about Captain America's ult, like it not getting any value because his ultimate can be equally valuable if you make it that valuable. That's how important ultimates are. It's about getting the most use out of it and not kind of just running around aimlessly. You want to have something in mind that, okay, I'm popping this either to save my teammate, and then I'm going to make a play, like destroy Rocket's beacon, um, try to kill Moon Knight, uh, um, try to kill Rocket is very hard to kill, but you can kill him or kill Cloak and Dagger, and kind of wasted it. So now you don't have your extra health anymore. So now you have to run out of there, and kind of nothing happened. And if you see like your damage and such, it kind of shows that story that you're kind of running around, kind of doing nothing. Um, you have the kills, but it's kind of leech kills. And I'll explain that a little bit later. But you want to actually be a presence and actually kill people. Like, for example, you have no final hits. All the final hits comes from Loki, who's like, MVP of the team and such. You're getting cheeky picks off of him, and one, he shouldn't have more damage than you, in a sense. Uh, like less than 2,000 damage at this point of the game is kind of like, bro, what are you doing? Especially if you don't have the damage block. Like, let's even compare it to like the group on the enemy team. While he has only 2,400 damage and such, which still is a little bit more than yours, he has two times your damage block. You don't have either the damage block or the damage done. So the only way that you can make up for that is by getting picks, by like actually getting kills, like not accidental kills, like I'm just throwing my shield and then eventually something happens, but actually getting inside there and causing like a death. So far you haven't broken Rocket's beacon, you haven't got Moon Knight killed, you haven't killed Cloak and Dagger. Um, well, Loki killed Cloak and Dagger that first time, but like right there. I was hoping again, like no one's paying attention to you. You can quickly kill the beacon, and they ignored it. Still kind of nothing.
Behold the god of thunder! Just in the nick of time.
Only 60 seconds left.
So this is kind of why like people feel like, oh, Captain runs around, does nothing, because you're kind of not helping the fight right now. Even though like your stat says 5-1 and stuff like that, but in actuality, you haven't really done anything to tilt the fight inside your favor. And you have the ability to too, like right there, um, like diving like a squishy, getting them killed and such. Because while Cap does not do a lot of damage, if you're facing a tank, he does enough damage to kill a squishy if you focus them and are accurate enough. So again, like right here, you can quickly focus the Moon Knight. But you're focusing like through. All this. So still, like your Spider-Man also is not doing much or anything, by the way. But unfortunately, you are comparable to him in the sense that you guys aren't really adding to your team right now.
Careful, Tonk.
They've made it halfway! Stop them!
Watch out, they're headed our way.
Alright, so you're back in the team fight. Again, they still have the same comp. So Storm, when she flies low, is killable. Rocket's very hard to deal with, but he is dealable with. But he will be one of my last targets. Moon Knight is still on the board, um, and he's 9-2, and like he's just getting away with it. Um, and when that's supposed to be the one that you focus the hardest, Cloak and Dagger is still there. Um, just free value. Only died twice. Uh, you could really put pressure on her, lower her heals, or kill her. Either of those things are possible. Like inside this, again, you're kind of focusing on Groot and Thor.
The captain is down. Oh, I'm fine. Bring on the chaos. Don't mind me. I'm just dying.
Actually, let me talk about this one. Because while this does seem like inevitable, one, this was kind of all avoidable. One, because she did her voice line. So either you can make the decision, kill her, block her, or run away. You can't do all three because doing all three like minimizes all three and that'll get you killed, which is kind of what she did. So it was like you wanted to block her, you wanted to kill her, and you wanted to run away. All those things are possible if you try to do one of those things. And since you try to do all three, you failed at all three. Like you can block her ult and get away. You can also just jump and then Liberty rush away. You could do so many other things. Like you could kill her. Like if Punisher has his ultimate, if y'all shot her, y'all can kill her through her ultimate. By the way, but you had your shield up, and you know, so you have to choose one. Uh, it just seems like a oh my goodness, I died death like by accident, or I didn't get healed and such. But this was actually a decision making thing that you could actually change.
The captain is down. Oh, I'm fine.
And again, still only 3,000 damage. Like, numbers aren't everything. However, you still want to be able to put pressure on the enemy team. If you're not doing enough damage to the enemy team, you're not putting pressure on them to pay attention to you instead of their enemy team. A lot of times, when your DPS are doing bad, it's because they don't have enough space to do good, if that makes sense. It's because they don't have the frontline pressure that you cause to enable them. Sometimes they just suck, truth of the matter. But we're not worried about how our teammates do. What we're worried about is doing the best we can as a tank, as a DPS, or whatever, to enable our team to do, what they need to. Sometimes they do those things, sometimes they don't. But our job is to do the best we can. Right now, you're not really enabling your team.
The fat lady isn't singing yet. We're outnumbered.
Like this. Remember what I said about your ultimate. Your ultimate is supposed to be game winning, game teams play. There's six of them on the card. You're ulting right now. Nothing's gonna happen, for the most part. Like you're probably not gonna get a pick because if you try to focus Cloak and Dagger, Rocket is gonna heal her. If you try to focus Storm, Rocket and Cloak is gonna heal her. You're not gonna kill Groot. So it's kind of a pointless ult when the rest of your team isn't there. They just died. They went to their point. Your job should have just been to regroup with them because this causes a stagger. Now they're going to have a free push in the future that we're probably going to see.
Stand down.
So as you see, he died again, didn't get any value, nothing happened, and you just wasted another ultimate that could have changed the entire game. Um,
That vehicle!
I think this is when you switch to Magneto. Let's get, I can say something about your Magneto gameplay, but that's not example.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one. Counting on you.
So again, kind of same plan. You want to have it in your mind, okay, I'm going to leave the tanks alone for the most part, unless there's nothing else to hit. I'm going to focus on Moon Knight, Rocket's Beacon, or Cloak and Dagger, and try to kill them.
Help get that vehicle to
You can kill Wolverine too, by the way.
its destination.
Kill him too, but you probably don't know if they have a Wolverine. You probably still think, oh, they might have a Storm.
Assistance.
So as you can see, this entire game, Rocket has been putting his beacons in the worst place imaginable. All you have to do is flank to the right, quickly break his beacons, and then focus either Moon Knight up top or Cloak and Dagger down there.
Future. As long as folks are living on their knees, I'll keep standing up. That's the boost I need.
And thanks to your Hela, Moon Knight is taken care of.
Spiders never stood a chance. Coming through.
Also, that was something I was noticing. Um, it's an aim thing, but you'll get better with it over time. But try to be as precise with your shield throws as much as you can. Yeah. Like right there is a good time actually to focus Wolverine because either you can get his passive out or kill him. Either one is good. But again, generally you don't want to be in the front line like this. You want to be going through their back line.
Stand down.
I don't mind you going inside the spawn room to get healed. Especially like when you want to be self-sufficient. But when your team's right there, just let them heal you because they can get ult charge, and then they can use their ults to give you the advantage to win. Um, so yeah. So again, right now, like your Hela is getting a lot of picks, which is one of the reasons why she's MVP. She just switched or whatever, and she was probably like I don't know who was the Spider-Man or whatever. She was like, no, let me do DPS. And she's already been kind of carrying this game by getting the picks because nothing else would have happened had that not happened.
Against the world!
The moon haunts you.
Good job breaking the Moon Knight up. Focusing Wolverine right there, that's fine. But again, like you're kind of just leaving the back line. Like things aren't gonna die when they have two things healing them. So especially when you're capped, because you don't do enough damage, as you can kind of see up there. You only have 6,000 damage. That's not a lot. You have half then your other tank's damage. You're not gonna kill a lot of things, like that. You're not going to carry a lot of games like focusing like targets that have two healers on them, unless like your DPS are just so cracked and such. And then you know you win, and you don't know why you win. Like you think it's because you and such, but in actuality, it's because your team. And then when your team doesn't have that same sting as let's say this T person or whatever. It's like, why isn't anything dying? And, you're kind of blaming your DPS, but you don't realize that you actually have a role to play. You want to imagine a gas car. I was telling my faction about this, that if you want to stop a gas car, like a speeding car, the fastest way to do it is by pulling the oil out the car. Use the oil inside like this car, this enemy team. It's the two supports. If you're able to cut off the lifeline from Cloak and Dagger and Rocket, your team will have a much better time killing the enemy team because they have no sustain. They're not getting healed. So yeah, just kind of keep that in mind. So yeah, that's mostly it about this game. I might, matter of fact, after this, I'm probably just play a quick play game just to kind of show you. Hopefully, I can do a good job of it. Um, yeah. So target prioritization. Don't stay in the front line. Go inside the back line and bother them. Um, a lot of these picks that happen now was because like your teammates switched and decided to focus them. But as a diving tank, that was actually supposed to be your job. Um, so yeah, destroy Rocket's beacon, bother Rocket, try to kill Moon Knight, try to kill Cloak and Dagger, all that. Uh, hopefully, I can do a good game and show you an example or whatever.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Freedom's an idea that will never die.
I could have just showed you one of my gameplays and such, but I felt it would be better actually watching it and then telling you what I'm doing while I'm doing it. So right now, I'm solo tanking. So that means I'm going to kind of be in the front lines, but also I'm going to dive, especially because I have two dive heroes, Black Panther and Iron Fist.
This is war. We keep fighting until we can't fight anymore.
So if I had another tank, let's say a Doctor Strange, I would immediately go through here, then go through their back line, and then bother their supports. But since I'm the only tank, I'm going to go with them through the main way, and then go through their back line, and then go back to the rest of the team. So I have to do two people's jobs essentially because I'm solo tanking.
4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area.
I always slam and then do that to get there faster. So I'm looking at their comp. I know they have a rocket. I'm probably gonna go in their back line, try to get their rockets beacon.
Sorry, soldier. These come in real handy.
So I'm probably gonna die. But I had two people on me, and that shouldn't let my team like kind of walk in.
You think I'm too old for this?
It wasn't enough, and that's fine.
Sorry, soldier.
So again, same game plan. I'm going after Cloak and Dagger.
You think I'm too old for this? Sorry, soldier. I am a true team player.
Alright, so we know that both their supports are down, which means literally everyone dies after them. Like, this is just cleanup.
Wake up, old man.
Like, this isn't me doing anything. My DPS did it by getting their picks. Like, this is just cleanup crew.
I'll be ship
While I got the final hits, it wasn't me who did it. It was actually my DPS by getting the supports. If the supports are dead, they have no sustain. And now they're just staggering because those hits. So I have to go help my Iron Fist, who's now diving in. I see that they have heals, so I go after their heals immediately. And since I'm the main tank, I have to fall back and go help my team.
Bring on the chaos. This is real firepower.
So I know that they're about to ult, so I give my team extra. Try to block it. I wasn't able to save them.
A little help, please.
Well, all of them, rather. I was able to save most of them. And now I go back to helping the team. So you can't... With Strange Shield, I usually dive behind and then do this. Because... Yeah. Like, you want to operate around his shield.
We've got quite the mission ahead, Spider.
I don't know, I'm not being healed, but it's fine.
We're gonna do what we have to do.
So again, I'm going after their squishies. Like, I'm kind of ignoring Magneto. Well, he can die. So, oh, they're gonna get him though. But most of the time, I'm kind of ignoring their tank. Because their tank has nothing to do with me. Unless they are, like, low health. But as you can see, like, me and Iron Fist are kind of doing the same thing because our jobs are the same. Like, we're dive heroes, so all we want to do is focus their backline. Since I'm a main tank, I want to always kind of be in a place where I can help, like, other people. I'm gonna try to get my ult quickly, but I wasn't really getting quick enough. Like, I'm ignoring Magneto completely.
Sorry, soldier. Just in the nick of time.
Like, he is not my concern at all. Still again, literally ignoring him. These are also a lot of deaths, by the way, so this is a messy game I'm showing you. But, solo tank and quick move with one support.
This is real fire.
So, for example, right now, I'm going to focus Rocket's Beacon immediately, because I don't know why he did that. It would have been better if I chose one competitive, where people were actually running better out.
Stand down. Sorry, the wind turned.
Pretty much, I wanted to waste her ultimate on me because I can block everything. So.
I needed.
That's our ultimate, so I'm gonna move in as soon as she pops up. Yep.
We've got quite the mission ahead, Spider. Sorry, soldier. You got a believer in me, Aurora.
Now I'm gonna block and try to fight. Yeah.
Beat battlefield medicine. Heads up, back up.
And since I have an ult and I'm solo ulting, I mean, kind of solo tanking, I'm gonna use it, try to get place.
That's the boost I need.
And I'm paying attention to how much time I have left.
Take this.
Since I distracted their support enough, people were able to die through that. That's the only time I focused on him because he was low health. And now we win the game. What's that? So that was a messy game because it's competitive. We had one support. I mean, because that was quick play. But as you see, I was ignoring Magneto the entire time. All I was focusing on was if Magic was out of place, I was getting her. Storm sometimes, especially because like low rank storms, they don't know how to play. And then Cloak and Dagger like was immediately my focus each and every time. Like 9 deaths for Cloak and Dagger is actually pretty high. I believe their Jeff was Rocket, and that's okay that they don't have a lot of deaths, but as you can see, they don't have a lot of heals either because we were bothering them so much. So now I'm gonna actually play it. Actually, let me just show you my games. I don't know which game I should show you. Show you a game, I guess, where that would be. Actually remember this one. Okay, so I'm gonna do this one. As you can see, like with their comp, these are hard people to kind of kill, especially because they have an annoying Penny. Star-Lord flies around Wolverine. Actually, I think they went Wolverine because I think they started out Star-Lord. Yeah, I was kind of wreaking havoc on their team, so they kind of try to counter. I'm not sure if this has like the voice or whatever, and like I'm not sure if you know what these whatchamacallit mean. So I'll show it to you again. This isn't to flex, by the way. It's just to show you that these tactics work at higher elos and such. So I'm solo queuing, by the way. In the top right corner, you can see like their gold badges. So I'm going against 2 top 500 players, while my team didn't have any top 500s, and one of them wasn't even Grandmaster. So here we are. Ban phase, whatever, blah blah blah. I'm gonna try to wrap this up after this one because I don't want this video to be too long. So with this game, we ended up blocking both of their both shield tanks and such. So
The right heroes could make all the difference.
it was easy for me. I wouldn't solo tank her. I think we had a Thor. I'm pretty sure we had a Thor. Yeah, we had a Thor. Yeah, they had a Hulk and Iron Man. This is one of my least favorite maps, which is why I wanted to show this game, because even with it being my least favorite map, and also I'm going against Hulk and Iron Man, which are kind of, I won't say my counters, but I can't do much against them as, other people. And they're going triple support. I think they went triple support.
They'll be coming in 30 seconds. Stay strong.
I'm
You have to stop them from securing the missionary.
Okay, so yes, they went triple support to start off the game. They didn't get value, so they were trying like so many different things because I was making the enemy team like uncomfortable. Luckily with the Thor and um, Captain America team up, I can bother Iron Man. Sometimes I can even kill him if he's not in position, which I think that happens quite a bit inside this game. So I always start off here so I can get like a vantage point of the enemy team. I throw my shield just to get ult charge. I see him. Again, he's not really my focus, but I do slam him. The reason why I slam him is because Hulk has to build up his jump, and when you slam on him, it actually stops like his build up. So my enemy team can like focus. But he gets this on me. So pretty much I retreat. I chase down the Star-Lord because I'm not going to let him bother my team. I think he does get a pick on my team, though. So look at him. Oh, no. He runs over to his team, so I ignore him. And I'm just like, okay, because they're focusing on my team. I'm not going to waste my time on them. What I'm going to do is focus. They have 3 supports right there. If I take all the attention of their 3 supports, first of all, none of them can kill me. Like, I am a tank. So I am a beefier Iron Fist. I can't kill them either, probably because they're going to be healing each other. And I probably can't kill the Iron Man either, but I can stop my team from, stop him from doing damage to my team. So imagine this. You probably can't see it from this angle, but I have 4 people occupied on me. Meanwhile, 5 people are going against 2 who are off screen, which is the Hulk and the Star-Lord. So all I have to do is survive 1 and then take the attention of these 4 so my 5 teammates can kill those 2 and then they can help me kill these 4 once they're left over. So I'm taking their attention. I'm bothering Iron Man. I can only do this because I have the team up. They ended up getting a pick though, because I wasn't able to bother Star-Lord. Iron Man not. He's low, so I'm trying to kill him. I don't kill him, I believe. Oh, yes I do. So they win this one. Yes, kind of confused. Hulk is here by himself, and Star-Lord. I'm not sure if we get this hit. But again, I want to stay high ground and I want to live as much as possible. So I'm always saving my either my slam or my dash away so I can get away to corner. And I see he's going up high ground. Your job is always to bother people that go high ground because you can get there very quickly. But just like, if he wants to get there, he's not going to be for free. Same thing for Iron Man. You can see.
Us against the world! We are...
So when flying targets like this or like Storm gets low to the ground, you can actually bother them. I'm not going to kill him, especially because we're in Cloaking Dagger's ult. But I want to bother him so he focuses on me rather than my team. Because I can survive being beamed down. My 200 health teammates can't. As soon as I see my team ult, I get in position to be aggressive because it's like, okay, I can live fighting on my team. So you see, I kind of went and slammed on top of him, so it messes up his jump. and I alt air to save my team. Once I see that they have enough health, I ignore Hulk and then go after a juicier target that I know can die. So you'll see me try to do that a lot this game, because Hulk is only mobile if he has that jump. But if you slam on it, it messes up the jump, and then he can be like kind of killer. Also, during this time, you can focus Hulk because now he doesn't have any bubbles, and once he dies, he goes to Bruce Banner form. So this time, like when he goes Hulk form, I do focus him, especially because I can reflect a lot of his damage back to him. Which is what happens. He goes to Bruce Banner form and he dies. I don't believe he dies right here, but yeah, from what I remember. So right now, it's a little shaky, but we're keeping them at bay because one, I'm not dying, and two, um, we're focusing on the right targets. It gets better because we start to focus on the right targets rather than letting Hulk just do whatever he wants. You see that. Yeah, I wasn't really good. I remember that. Because you want to live always. More than you want to get killed, you want to live. So like that. The reason why he wasn't able to get away is because, one, he jumped without any bubbles, and then he messed up his jump. So as soon as that happened, then I focus on bothering Iron Man again. And again, I can do this because Thor, Captain America team up. I try to get in the way of his thing because you can reflect it. I was just out of the picture. So I look around me and I see if I can make any play. Again, as you can see, I'm kind of hard focusing on the support. As soon as I hear him ult, I pop my ult because I can save like a lot of my team. And I walk around them to make sure that they have enough shield, and I block them. I wasn't able to save everyone, but I was able to save like a majority of them. 2 of them did die. I believe a few died. Oh, I forgot. Somehow. That shout out to my team. So now that they kind of got this point, I believe, like I say to my team, like, guys, we got to focus the supports, and then Iron Man and Star-Lord dies very, very easily. So we started making that like kind of a priority. Except like when the Hulk does something, we're going to kill him every time.
Maximum!
That was annoying because I remember saying in the voice chat like he can die, and he did die, but he was still able to get his ult off. And that's when this wasn't clean up because it's 2 of them left hand. So that was, especially when you're missing. Oh, actually, I do get it because
Everybody needs a hit.
Behold the god of thunder!
Disappear!
I think I get this good too. Yeah. But as you can see, like, it's just focusing isolated targets. Like, here and there, like, I'll fight, like, Hulk and Thor, but then it'll be like, what's the point? There's other targets. So, like, I leave, like, from fighting them, except when I have to protect my teammates, kind of make them back off. And then I'll go after the isolated, and I'll also, like, save my team here, too. Like, these are fight-winning ults that you want to use, like, while your team is around them. Around you. Like, if you can see, things are dying when I'm hitting them because I'm not fighting Hulk or Thor. It's because, I'm fighting Iron Man, I'm fighting Cloak and Dagger. These are killable targets. Get that kill. I see Thor's low, so I get him, and then I see Star-Lord's low, then I kill him. He's isolated, so I know he can die possibly if we focus him. Don't know if he does that. And if you can see, that's actually my first death the entire game. Because living as Captain America is like literally the most important thing. If you look at like a DPS and such, they have like so many deaths. Thor, Squirrel Girl, all that. You want to make sure that you do not die. Worst comes to worst, like you're yeah. Sorry. So again, that was my first death, and I think this game I died maybe twice, and that one was from like over aggression because I thought Venom can die. Inside most cases like that, you want to run away. Again, I'm ignoring Thor and Venom, especially because I have a Thor in the front line that can like peel from me. But these are my targets. Like right there, I'm looking at Iron Man and Iron Man alone, so he's not bringing down my team. And I actually do deflect it, but I hit nothing. That's just
Behold the god of thunder!
Thor can die here, so I do focus him, and I jump beforehand so I can get my slam down early. And he does die. Again, kind of ignoring Venom, because it's like Venom's not going to die with my team's damage when I can kill Invisible Girl and she can die instead. So instead of going for the health pack as you see there, because I'm trying to get my support ult card taken. So that's one of the reasons why I do that. You want to press up after every team fight win so you can take up space. And try to take high ground. And I'm able to get this pick because, again, I'm pressed up forward. So I'm able to capitalize on their mistakes. This guy comes up way too far forward. Like, I'm just bothering being a nuisance to the team, making sure that they pay attention to it. Inside my head, I know I'm about to pop ult and try to like cause like a ruckus. So I'm getting in like position and waiting for my cooldown. So I quickly run around my team first so I can give them armor. And then I'm looking for my target. I'm not fighting tanks. I don't even think they have it because they were trying everything at that point. Mostly anything's not going to die inside Cloak and Dagger's ult. And that's fine. And then that was that round. So as you can see, only one death the entire time. So the principle is
Time to switch things up,
be
including which side
super
you're on.
aggressive. Ignore the tanks when you can. You know, try to apply pressure so they're not just running down on your team, of course, but mostly focus on the squishier targets that you can kill. Especially like when you have another tank, which mine is doing. So he was doing a huge job for me by playing that frontline dualism. And same thing here. I don't remember which way I go, but if I was to predict, I'm probably gonna go like top right. Actually, no. If I was to predict, I think I would try to go main and see if like anyone's too press far forward because I can get forward very, very quickly. If I see someone very, very far forward, I'm gonna try to get a pick, just like at the end of last round when I got the pick on Star-Lord. So I would probably try to look for that. If I can't get that, I'm gonna go flank on the right.
30 seconds
So
before you attack.
Star-Lord. So maybe I get a pick on him. I don't know.
Area. Got it.
Okay. But I do know that like I used like he had to use like all of his flying thing to get away. And I think inside my mind was just like, okay, let me try to focus him now. Okay, I think I did. But anyways, as you can see, I am ignoring the tank. I'm not going. The only ones I'm worried about is Cloak and Dagger, Invisible Girl, and the squishies. So I slammed them. I stay alive. You don't even have to get a kill. You just have to bother. So as you can see, that's kind of the game. It's just literally going after the squishy target, being a bother, and yeah. So the rest of the game is pretty much like that. It ends, I think, I went 27 and 2, so I died like one more time. But again, your job is to bother the backline. And the reason why I'm able to like be successful, like even at the top level with like top 500s or whatever, is because a lot of times people don't know how to deal with that added pressure inside their backline. They're used to a frontline tank like a Strange, a Magneto, you know, just holding up their shield and trying to get picks and such. But someone actually in their backline getting picks, who's not an Iron Fist, who can get away after getting a pick, they're not used to. So that's what you want to do if you want to like continue something and such. Hopefully this helped. I was kind of rambling and such, so ask me questions if you need to. Yeah, this was really long. But my bad about